Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Bro from Bro's Garage. Yeah, it's been a few days since we, put something on the internet. Been busy, you know, been busy. A lot of backup cars and stuff, but I'll show you around. And yeah, I'm working on that thing right there. It's kind of interesting. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but we'll do a walk around. All right, well, got this, I don't know what year it is. It's probably a 06-ish Toyota Tacoma. This guy had it, got it overheated. Older gentleman said, hey, I'm done with that. Pulled it in behind the building and behind his house and went and bought another one. So my buddy bought it. One of my customers said, hey, figure out what's wrong with it. Put a battery in it, it won't crank. It won't do nothing. Put a cheater on the crank, motor stuck. Now it turns out it had a blowhead gasket. But here's the thing I want to show you. This is old school right here. This is old school. Like, what the heck are you doing, dude? Well, the pistons are stuck. And it got rusted in there because the guy blew a head gasket and it had water in it and it rusted up. Yeah, so, okay, so I got a piece of metal back there to keep the heat off of the electrical. Yeah, it ain't doing a very good job. And I got some of that Harbor Freight, yeah, keep the heat over there. But here's the thing. I learned this years and years ago messing with antique flywheel engines. They had been buried for years. Fill the top of the piston with ATF, about yay much. Stick your rag in there for a week, light it. What it'll do is all the heat will heat up the block and get that old rust, just. But see, the piston stays cool, so it stays small, and then the cylinder walls will swell just ever so lightly and let that oil go down around it. So you could do it for ever how long. I have done them overnight in old motors that had piston 6/8 inch, and come back out and take a wood block and tap the piston right out. And yeah, I'm just trying it out. Let's see what's happening. It can't hurt. I've got to hone the cylinders anyway because they had a little bit of rust in them. I've sent the head off. I've got it at Dean's Automotive. He's gonna go through the head and check it and make sure it's flat and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, my question is to YouTube: how many people's ever done this, and what do you think about it? So y'all get back to me on that. So I got to show you what my other project is. We're gonna leave it about 20 more minutes on 350 degrees, and then we'll see where we're at. That pretty old truck. I mean, it's a good little old truck. Yeah, gas saver. It's a shame to think. Now this is the project right here. I got a 2500 HD frame. I got a 6.0 out of an Escalade. And in that truck right there just a few minutes ago, I got a 4L80E transmission from my buddy. I got drive shafts. It's like, I did figure this out. The old 80s rims won't go on the 2003, 4, 5 because of the brake caliper rubs. It'll rub in there. So I got a set off of an old van. Let's check our meat here. Yeah, meat's still cooking, looking a little hot. Yeah, I don't see nothing melting. All right, let's keep going. I got a good set off of a 2500 van. Yeah, like it. All right, I'll get all that put together, then that bad boy's going on there. We're gonna try to make LS Fest this year. It's the end of May. I got a lot of work to do. But that right there is going on that frame. I've got a set of oxygen bottles. I'm gonna hang out fake oxygen bottle. I'm gonna paint that up, put me an oxygen bottle in there in the bed of the truck. You know, and that's pretty cool. And let's see. Gotta show you what I'm gonna do with this motor. I got parts of it here. There's a 4.8. That was going in the truck. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna go 6.0. So what I have here is I've got the BTR stage 3 cam. I've got the springs that go with it, reluctor ring. I've got some spark plugs. I got bolts for that. That's on there. And then thank you, Rock Auto. We got brand new motor mounts. Because when you take a pickup or an Escalade or anything like that and try to put it into a van frame, learn this right here. This distance right here is different. It's 3 inches on a van, but a light duty pickup or whatever SUV, it's 2 3/4. So I had to order those thanks to Rock Auto. They sent me those, and I got 2 of those, and I also got transmission mount for like $60-something. And if I'd have bought those at a local parts store, they was gonna be $70 a piece, and I didn't get the transmission thing. So exhaust is gone. Gonna use the original fuel tank. I'm using a 4L80 transmission, which is what was in this truck originally. That may be or may not be the drive shaft, because I don't have the transmission in there to see if that one will fit, because that one came out of a truck around the corner here. All right, we'll get that done. And then get the wheels on so to roll better. And yeah, we gotta go. I gotta get the pedal. I need to drive a wire pedal out of that truck over there, that Chevrolet. Let's check our meat again, make sure it ain't. Let's see here. Ooh, she's cooking. See, I want that block to get real hot, but I don't want the pistons to get hot. So that rag and that oil on top of that piston, it won't let that piston get hot. But it'll let everything around it get hot, and it'll swell out and ever so slightly let that oil drip down in there. I'm hoping here in 15-20 minutes that back one will about halfway burn out. And if it does, I'll go ahead and put the rest of them out and lightly, gently tap on them with a 2x4 and a sledgehammer. I mean, light tappy, sledgehammer. I mean, you get what I'm saying. Can't tell. But at this point, it's got to have a head gasket. It was definitely blown. I put air into number 3. Let's see, number 3. It would blow into 4. And I put it in 4. It blow into 3. So yeah, that's what probably overheated. And this little jewel right here is probably the culprit, because this was gone. And every time that it got warm and it went to the slobber tube or the reservoir, it would just spit out on the ground, and it never would suck any back up. It finally got hot, and bada bing, bada boom, blowed head gasket. And my buddy got it for a decent price, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's getting warm in there, but it gets warm in the engine bay anyway. The only thing I'm really, really, really concerned about is cooking the paint on the hood. So let me check the hood and see how cooked it is. It's been hotter than a 100-degree day. Wouldn't hurt if I could get that hood up a little higher. and let me see if I can get that up a little bit higher. Let me get that up. Something else to do that. It ain't too bad. Pretty happy with what's going on in there now. It actually is helping clean up the cylinder walls, because that heat's kind of breaking down the rust. So that's that. Yep. So I'm glad that we're back to videoing, but I want you guys to look at what I got going on. Comment below. Tell me you're goofy as all get out, or man, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Don't forget, like the page, subscribe to it, help me out there. I appreciate it. Till next time, y'all come back now. Bros Garage.